Tevan Hozochi Mamarga Gasabati are going to be with me, Princess Mudisha, and let's start with the news headline. Diaspora investors argue to tap into the Rwanda'S housing boom. On the international scene, the Brown University shooting suspect found dead, as the police says. The Hungary observatory ready to host the Russian and United States summit, said the top diplomat. Let's take a short break to be back with the news details. Welcome with the news details. Let's start our news in Rwanda, where yesterday Honorable Minister of Defense Juvenal Malizamonda attended the 35th Ordinary Session of the Council of Ministers of Defense and Security of the East African Standby Force held in Mogadishu, Federal Republic of Somalia. The session followed a week-long series of the ASCF police organs meeting that began on 13th December 2025. This included the Experts Working Group and the Committee of Chief of Defense and Security. The RDF Chief of Defense Staff was represented by the Army Chief of Staff, Major General Vincent Nyakarundi. Also in attendance was Honorable Bernard Makuza, Chairperson of the ES Panel of Elders. The discussion focused on advancing the organization's strategic direction in promoting peace and security across the East African region. Turning to the next story, investors, including the members of the Rwanda Diaspora and Friends of Rwanda, are being called up to help bridge widening housing gap with more than 507,000 housing units needed nationwide by 2029, according to the Rwanda Development Board. Speaking to the Diaspora members, partners and investors from various countries, Divine Nakanyanje, Head of Investment, Marketing and Facilitation Department at RDB, said meeting demand is a key pillar of implementing the second national strategy for transformation 2024-2029. Now let's turn our focus to this story, where the Rwanda Space Agency has deployed the Geospatial Hub, also known as GeoHub, a digital platform that uses a satellite imagery and artificial intelligence to monitor the country's farmlands in real time. According to George Kwizera, the Chief of Technology Office at RAC, the platform serves as a central use system for the country's geospatial data. By collecting information from satellites and surveys, it also decision makers to replace guesswork with accurate mapped insights. These shifts aim to directly support food security, disaster management, and seasonal planning. The platform gathers from satellites and government database, organizes into the layers such as land use and crops, then uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to generate the actionable insight to use in decision making. These insights are displayed on the interactive dashboard, transforming raw numbers into the visual tools and support decision making. Kwizera took the closest example to Irembo platform, but he clarified the GeoHub will not be public. Let's take a short break to be back with the international news.
Abakiri uzababonera mu byo barya. Ku ifunguro rya mu gitondo uzasangamo ibiribwa nk'amagi, kurya saa sita na nijoro usangamo ibirimo inkoko, ariko cyane cyane kuri konte ye uzasangaho amafaranga menshi. Ibi bintu byahoze bigoye kubigeraho kandi bigenewe bake cyane. Hari kera tutaramenya NCGR Limited, sosiyete nyarwanda ifite ituragiro ry'inkoko za Tetra Super Harco, ubwoko bw'inkoko zitanga amagi n'inyama byinshi mu gihe gito cyane. Isaki igira ibiro biri hejuru ya 2.5 mu byumweru 12. Buri imwe itera amagi arenze 230 ku mwaka. Ni inkoko zidapfa cyane kandi ziba ahantu hose. Iyi tera irya garama zitarenze 145 z'ibiryo, ibituma idahenda mu kuyorora. Ukeneye gushora imari mu bworozi bwa Tetra Super Harco, hamagara cyangwa wandikire NCGR Limited kuri 0796 09 6607 cyangwa wandikire email kuri info@ncgrlimited.com.
Let's take a look onto the international news, where the suspect in the last week mass shooting at the Brown University has been found dead in a storage facility in Selham at New Hampshire following a 6-day march state hammered, as police says. Sandra Tumukund proceeds.
Let's start our international news in Africa. Sudanese top General Abdel Fattah Burhan met with Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi in Cairo on Thursday amid growing pressure to resolve the war in Sudan. Burhan's meeting with el-Sisi come after Sudanese general held talks with Saudi officials in Riyadh earlier this week. U.S. envoy Mossad Boulos was also in Riyadh at the same time and met with Saudi officials. There was no public announcement that Burhan met with an American official. In a statement after the meeting, the Egyptian president affirmed its support for Sudan, but also rejected the establishment of any parallel entities or their recognition, considering this violation of Sudanese unity and territorial integrity, adding that there are red lines that can't be crossed. The statement also said that Egypt affirms its full right to take all necessary measures and actions guaranteed by international law and the joint defense agreement between two brotherly countries to ensure that these red lines are not violated or crossed. Sudan plunged into chaos in April 2023 when a power struggle between the military and RSF exploded into open fighting in the capital, Khartoum, and elsewhere in the country. The war now is its third year, has killed more than 40,000 people according to UN figures, though aid groups say that it is an undercount and the true number could be many times higher. The conflict has also created the world's largest humanitarian crisis with over 14 million people, disease outbreaks and famine spreading in part of the country. Turning to our next story, Budapest is ready to host a meeting between President Vladimir Putin of Russia and Donald Trump of the United States of America at the end point of time, as it is also led to provide a venue for the Ukraine Peace Summit. Hungarian Foreign Minister Peter Jalot said in an interview with us, Hungary has maintained a pro-peace position since the onset of the conflict, the top diplomat noted, despite what he called numerous political attacks against Budapest. On October 16th, after a telephone conversation with Putin, Trump announced that they had agreed to meet in Budapest soon. However, the meet was later postponed indefinitely because the two sides could not agree on how to achieve a meaningful result in settling the Ukrainian conflict. Both Moscow and Washington said the meeting would take place when the conditions were right. Now concluding our international news, the suspect in last week's mass shooting at Brown University has been found dead in a storage facility in Salem, New Hampshire, following 6-day multi-state manhunt, police said. They identified the suspect as Claudio Neves Valenti, 58 years old, a Portugal national who studied at the university in Providence, Rhode Island about 25 years ago. Providence Police Chief Oscar Perez said video evidence and tips from the public led investigators to a car rental location where they found the suspect's name and matched him to the person of interest. Officials said they also believe Valenti killed a Massachusetts Institute of Technology professor 2 days after the 30th December shooting at Brown. The Israeli Attorney General Peter said Valenti was found dead with starch and 2 firearms. Evidence in a car nearby matched to the scene of the shooting at Brown University in Providence. Initial findings suggest Valenti died of self-inflicted gunshot wound, and police were unable to comment on how long he might have been inside the storage unit. This is the end of our international news. My name is Tumukundi Sawas and this is Memorial Sawa TV.
As we come to the end, let's go back with the news headlines. Diaspora investors agreed to tap into the Rwanda'S housing boom. At the international scene, Brown University shooting suspect found dead, as the police said. Hungarian absolute ready to host the Russian and United States summit, said by the top diplomat. Thanks for having me. Stay tuned.